I have had this a lot in my career so far, where I bite off a little bit more than I can chew, and urgent things come up through the day, and I think I can handle all of it, and then some deadlines end up not being they're not achievable. I need to move that out. I can't get that proposal to you today. I'm really sorry. I know I said I could, but I can't. There are always going to be things that pop up through the day, and you do need to have in this day and age, you need the ability to multitask and to say, okay, I'm handling a couple different things, juggling a couple different things right now, but by the end of the day, I know I need to get this and this done. So you really need to just know what your deadlines are, and know what is you can push off, and know what's truly urgent. We busy ourselves a lot with busy work that we know we don't necessarily need to do at this moment. There's something else that's kind of annoying that's sitting on your to-do list that you don't want to do. For me, it's proposal writing. I love getting the project. I love going to see the client. I love socializing with the client. I love all that face-to-face stuff. But writing a proposal is the last thing on my list that I want to do. But in order to get new business, I have to write the proposal at some point. I've got one sitting on my desk right now that I think I promised like 3 weeks ago, and I have a great client, I have a great relationship, but man, I'm kind of pushing it. I could be risking that business. So it's just a matter of really understanding what's urgent, taking it one thing, as much as we're all multitasking, taking it one thing at a time, and asking yourself, is this like the most urgent thing I need to be doing right now? And then choose whatever it is you're going to do by block out time. If you have a really crazy day, take that Outlook calendar out and say, okay, I'm going to spend an hour cold calling. Then I have a proposal to write. It's going to take me about 2 hours. Block out the time in your calendar as if it were an appointment. That will ensure that you'll stay on top of your game. That might change a little bit. Something might pop up, an urgent email of high importance might pop up, and you need to deal with it. Something else is going to move down the list. The end of the day is going to come. You're not ever going to get everything done in sales that you need to do in one day. This is a cycle. It goes on and on and on and on and on, and you can't let it own you. You need to just accept that some days there are priorities and things you don't want to do, and some days you're going to have an open schedule, and it'll be nice, and it'll feel really good to feel like, okay, I have an easy day ahead of me. But just know your deadlines and ask for deadlines. Give yourself deadlines, realistic deadlines. I have a tendency to say, okay, you want a proposal? Great. I'm all excited I have a prospect here. I'll get it to you tomorrow, end of day. Well, that's unrealistic. You need to be realistic with yourself and allow yourself time to take pride in your work. So set deadlines, but set realistic deadlines, and tell a client when you're not going to be able to meet a deadline. I've made the mistake of telling my manager that I could have something done, and then letting a day or two go by and trying to let it slip under the radar. And then he's like, Rach, it's okay if you can't make the deadline, but you got to tell me. So just being honest with yourself and true to yourself, and being able to, maintain, I think, the work you and the personal you. And I think when you balance it all out, hopefully you have a more balanced you. I think also knowing when to say when, knowing when you've had, enough and you need to just call it a day. But definitely I think the biggest thing is that writing up that to-do list and just setting deadlines. And the best feeling in the world is crossing something off a to-do list. It makes you feel so productive and accomplished. Even if it's something simple like, hey, I had to draft an email to this client and I finally did it. It only took me 5 minutes and I've been dreading it all week. And, I finally got it done, and pat myself on the back, and time for a coffee break.